So I just realized that there is 35 more seconds of that video. And if I didn't turn it off, we could have just stayed there and it would have been a black screen and probably would have gotten more information out of us than actually.
Probably would have got more viewers too.
Maybe more viewers. That's where I was going, Jeff. Beat me to it.
Welcome into season number 5, episode number 3 again, because I think this is where season 5 ended at episode 3, the last season 5. So, I don't know where we are. But the people that joined us last week or 2 weeks ago, because I wasn't here last week.
3 weeks ago.
It
was the 7th. It was 3 weeks ago.
They missed this guy. Was it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh, for you, it's been 3 weeks, but for
3
JJ,
weeks since the new season. 2 weeks. Last week we didn't have a show. 2 weeks ago we didn't have locks.
I would. There's no math. Please don't make me do that.
It's fucking chaos.
It's 3 people starting
That's
to
the perfect way to say it.
It's monkeys banging a football. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It is going to be an enjoyable show, Kevron. You wait, buddy.
Damn right, Kevron.
There
he is.
Good evening. Going to be an enjoyable show. Thank you, Kevron. Appreciate you very much as always. Go Tigers. Go whatever. We appreciate you and always checking in with us. So Locks is back. Well, what we want to start this show at tonight was I named it homework because I didn't do any for the show, and that's pretty much why I took my hiatus, or we took our hiatus for the 6 months that we did, was because I really wanted to take time to make sure that we put together a decent show. And so this week I didn't. But you know what? Instead of saying, you know what, we're going to miss, because I promised everyone the baseball preview this week, but I think because we have so much stuff here, might have to push that to next week. But we'll see. We'll see if we have time. But I wanted to come on. I said, you know what? Tonight we're just going to shoot the breeze, I think. We got a couple topics that we'll get into, but we're just going to shoot the breeze and see where it goes. What do you think?
I like it.
Right off the rails. Let's go.
Underprepared, on brand as usual.
Yeah, Locks. So we'll start with you because you've been missing.
I mean, so it's just a week, Dad. I'm sorry.
You played golf. You played golf at one of America's most beloved courses. The Heritage, what's it called? The Heritage at Sea Pines? Is that what the official title is?
Harbortown Golf Links.
Harbortown.
In Hilton Head, South Carolina. That's where they play the Heritage. The Heritage
tournament. Big golf guy here.
RBC Heritage, Royal Bank of Canada in Hilton Head golf tournament. Every year, it's the week after the Masters. So it's where all the guys who do good enough in the Masters, they commit to it. It's not far from Augusta, that. And they like to go there because they go shopping, their wives go shopping, and they enjoy the beach after a long week at an intense major.
Well, what they say too is that it's a little buttoned up in Augusta, and then kind of the opposite of buttoned up in Hilton Head. It's kind of way more relaxed. The guys obviously can bring their families because there's enough for kids and families to do.
They're strip joints.
It was there's a one decent one I've heard of. Casey told me about it. But
I've never been there.
During
COVID. Joint? Oh, I can tell you a couple out there.
During the COVID season. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Myrtle Beach.
The COVID, I don't think of Hilton as a massive party place to me, but I mean, during the COVID bubble season that the PGA had, so they had the Masters, and this is when they had it, the first one back in April, they actually had the Heritage, and all the guys came out of there with the willies because they all figured they got COVID because everybody's partying, people were out everywhere, and then it was 2 weeks later, the numbers went through the roof in Hilton Head because it was quite a scene, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, Casey, do you think Hilton Head is it's a summer destination for sure, but
it's the opposite.
Nuts.
No, and I think
not like a Tampa or something in Florida, Jeff.
Well,
it's not like that.
I wouldn't even go there. So I'm spoiled rotten because
you live on a private island.
Because you live on an island.
Now definitely
drive golf carts everywhere. Go ahead.
Definitely.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Hold on, let's do the Casey drink.
The Jersey Shore wasn't very far from where I grew up, and that is there are certain towns because New Jersey's on the coast, so there's a bunch. We call it the Shore. Where I'm from, about halfway through the state, you kind of cut a knife in it, and that part's all the towns that are beach towns, and I don't know. There's probably 10 beach towns for about 150 miles that are like party towns. That's where the kids go. The college kids rent houses with like 10, 15 dudes and girls. There's bars everywhere. They're going till 2 a.m., that kind of thing. Jersey Shore, the show on MTV, kind of showed a little bit of that in one of the towns. That's the stereotypical place, Seaside Heights. Then I go to Tampa. Tampa's not on the beach, but Clearwater is kind of a partier town. You know, there's a couple hoity-toity places where JJ and I would go in Madeira and down there at Longboat Key. There's enough places that you could get in trouble down on Beach
And
Boulevard, right?
And did.
And should have. There's a
And
couple of
should've.
them. And but then so like, you know, and then you come up here to Hilton Head and you can't have neon signs on any business. So like 8 o'clock at night,
Yeah, it's dark.
it's dark. The roads are
Trees.
dark.
There's a lot of trees, foliage, right?
There are bars and stuff, but it doesn't feel like a party town at all.
You
Not
can't
even
have a sign
slightly.
on Hilton Head or Bluffton. I don't think you can have a sign taller than 6 feet, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's
hey,
they
new
don't,
listener.
they don't jump out at you or anything. So
Hi.
Danny, great
Danny.
to see you. Great to see you. I'm sure that's legit.
it's incredible that could
like-
be the first time that happened, if that's what that is. That's,
I don't know.
that's
Well,
I-
amazing. Oh, there it goes.
What?
And no more.
And it crashes.
Our first bot has left the building.
Does that happen? Does that happen? If anyone's watching that runs a podcast, because you know everybody runs one nowadays. Does that
Yeah.
happen?
I don't see why that wouldn't happen. But
So my long-winded diatribe is to say that no, this is
Say.
not a party. This is
Yeah.
not a party town
I don't
at
think
all.
so,
I wouldn't
so.
think.
Well, what's
Yeah.
the course? Okay, so what's
We-
the course like now that we
Well, we
went
went
15
play the
minutes on
course.
this
Okay,
dump?
yeah, sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
I just
I-
keep talking and said I had nothing to talk about tonight.
I've now played 2 professional PGA courses. I am far from a PGA player. Obviously, I'm like a 11 handicap, just to give a frame of reference. I played Sawgrass down in by Jacksonville, very cool course where the Players Championship is, and played this one. You can take this one and shove it up your ass. I would never play it again if I had to. And the fact that they charged $275 to go play, thank God this guy didn't have to pay for it. A sales rep did. Yeah, it was very difficult. And I would say I can remember 3 holes that stood out. The rest was just like up and back and tight and trees and like nothing memorable to it. It just beat your brains in all day.
Was that inflation rates?
No, that's the name. It's just because it's the PGA course that it is. So it wasn't even. I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't like $275 nice. I'd take Sawgrass all day long. It was really cool compared to that. I was
Which is like
oh.
half that, isn't it?
No, Sawgrass is probably, I would say, $250 also.
We have friends that could get us on there, though, Jeff.
Yeah, we do.
That place was super cool, you know. But this was just, I was like, wow.
Dump.
Yeah, ugh. 5-hour round, you know, because everybody's taking pictures and crap, and it was just. It
I
wore
want
me
to play.
out.
I want to play Sawgrass. I don't want to play.
How
it.
are
I just wanna
how are
ride
the
around.
cart girls?
There aren't any. There was one that was like an old lady. You get like a 4 caddy, but we didn't take one. You know, that makes the
Dump.
bunkers and shit. But
How are you supposed to get drunk?
I mean, there's a will, there's a way. $5 beers.
Yeah, okay. All
I
right.
didn't have
So
any.
that was your Thursday.
Maybe that's the problem. I didn't have beers.
Plates
That was
up.
your Thursday night.
I made
that
up
we
for
had.
it. I
we
made
had
up
a
for
show.
it. 24 hours later.
Friday, you played another course.
Did I?
Friday, you were on another course.
Yeah. with yourself.
Oh yeah, I was there.
You was there too. You remember?
played
Yeah, we
9.
went to Defusky Island and played golf. Played 20 holes there, or hit off of 20 tee boxes.
Yeah, you guys did.
Yeah, it was.
John
it was crazy.
Chansey says my wife didn't like her beer. I'm drinking it for her. I'm that kind of guy. That you are. You are.
You
a
know,
good guy, John.
that's a
Yes,
giver.
sir.
That's a giver.
Smart.
Yeah,
we have
that's,
another new name. Clarence Dawson says, "Hi, Jeff."
yo! One of my cigar
right.
buddies. Good job, Clarence.
Good deal.
Very cool.
It's
very
actually
cool.
Dawson. He hates Clarence, but he's
What did I say?
Uncle
Oh,
Joel.
okay. Sorry, I just read the names, you know?
Yeah, that's all that matters.
It's like that first
Give
day of class in college when you're like, Horace Clifford Johnson. I go by Trip. Okay. Joseph Roger Rodriguez. I go by Trip.
J Rod.
I mean, literally, that was Clemson for me.
That is his southern thing.
Mr.
There he is.
Yarber checking in.
Oh.
Speaking of Hague Point.
That was our transportation to and fro. Yeah,
Yeah.
he brought us up on the boat and took us home safely. It was a very nice trip.
What a
It'd be
guy.
Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Jeff, you'd be proud. Stepped on the island, got the scrap iron.
Scrap yard.
Yeah.
Scrap irons.
Scrap iron.
How many?
Set it down.
They bought 3.
I mean,
Well, was that one per, or
Yeah,
did you get
one
3
per.
It was
apiece?
one per
one per.
on the
was
way
plenty.
in, and then they got one on the way out.
No, did not. Did not.
Wasn't there? There was somebody did.
It's a 3-drink challenge, damn it.
I mean, yeah. Well,
Clarence is
Oh,
not saved.
God.
there's plenty in between there.
Oh my God.
Nelson Wilhite says, "I don't have a wife, but I'm drinking her wine for John Chansey." That a boy.
Oh
Keyword.
boy.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
My wife's drinking all the wine tonight. So, all right, Lux,
Yeah.
how'd you do? You did good. Welcome back. Glad to have you.
Yeah,
12
thank you.
minutes. 12 minutes of talking about nothing, which is basically the epitome
That's the whole
of our
show.
show.
Carry on.
So we came out this week, though. I did get a good question. Send me some ideas for the show, and this one really had me thinking. And I think we want to go around the table here, around the room, and discuss, and maybe even get some comments from the listeners, because this one's kind of racking my brain. And
It's got to be so simple if you're drawing it out this far and making that face. Go ahead.
It is.
What's
It's
your
a
favorite
total
color?
question.
Right? Yeah.
is
what's
a
your
hot
color?
dog a sandwich?
Oh boy.
I liked it. I don't know.
See, I don't think it is.
It's been going on the
who
Twitter
I think it's a
box.
different. I think
to
it's a
ever-
whole different subject.
Who
Food group.
ever thought of this as an idea? Like, no, a hot dog's a hot dog. You know, how are you going to make a
So it's not a
out of
sandwich
it?
then, right?
No, absolutely not. Why would it even go into that category?
See, what's the definition of sandwich? I did the homework for you guys to find out the definition of sandwich.
Here we go. Go ahead. Proceed.
I didn't.
You
Okay.
interviewed
Well,
the Earl of Sandwich.
well, what's a
Yeah, but
bratwurst then? Is a bratwurst a sandwich then too?
Oh,
Sausage.
See, what's the sausage and pepper?
See, I think with a sandwich, you have to have 2 pieces of bread.
See, there we go. Listeners are chiming in already. Come on,
I
producer.
love it. I
Put
love
up
it.
there.
The producer is see when I'm trying to look it up. When the bread is connected, it's not a sandwich. See, you don't have.
The voice
I
of
was gonna
reason.
I was going to say you don't have sandwich buns, but I guess you kind of do, especially back where I'm from. But it's connected, so cheesesteak sandwich.
You got well, that's like a
Yeah, it's
hoagie.
connected, isn't
That's
it?
like a hoagie. That's a hoagie.
But they still call it a
Sandwich.
sandwich.
Official
Cheesesteak is it?
definition is an item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling between them, eaten as a light meal.
Boom!
Did you question Yarber for real? I mean, come on.
No,
He's quick on the Google machine.
What did I say before Yarber even mentioned it? 2 pieces of bread.
Yeah,
so you have a hot dog roll, hot dog
So
bun, like
roll-
it has its,
a Philly cheesesteak, I would say, is a sandwich. As a
It
form
is.
of
I mean,
sandwich. Like a meatball sub is a form of a sandwich. You know, sub's a sandwich. A hamburger is not a
this is the
sandwich.
kind of content
it's on
that
a
I'm
bun.
looking for.
You got buns and then you got bread. No? Hamburger?
Well, okay. If you constitute the bun being just 1 piece of bread that you're cutting in half,
Right.
so it's 1 bun.
It's a bun. What was that? It's
A
not
burp.
forced.
There it goes.
There we go. That's way
All
better.
right. So what was this other thing? Taco versus pizza thing.
That's a
That-
mood thing. I couldn't think of anything.
Oh. So you were
Sometimes
the
you
one
want
that thought the
tacos,
question.
sometimes you want pizza. I've been in a taco kick lately.
This is
so I
going to be
gotta-
good. I haven't read it yet, but it's going to be good.
Pizza forever.
Biscuits ain't breakfast sandwiches, said Eddie Lockett. They're fucking biscuits. The breakfast baconator at Wendy's is a breakfast sandwich because it's on a bun.
Boom.
I think we need to carry this over into the Facebook page.
Bun.
That's a lot of word
Sandwich.
salad. See what I did there?
Ooh.
No.
No greens on it,
rough
though.
goes.
Yeah. See?
So,
Amy
New
coming in hot.
listener. A hot dog is
Yes,
not
Amy.
a sandwich.
Amy is a hot dog connoisseur too.
She is.
she's
What's your
very
favorite
much a-
hot dog? Amy,
I
what's your
have
favorite hot dog?
pictures. I have pictures.
Amy has like she'll do a whole spread with hot dogs with every
Right, now, wait a
condiment
minute.
under the sun.
Oh, I think I
Can
lost
she-
these pictures. I have pictures.
Can she make a Chicago dog? That's important.
Chicago
bet she
dogs
could.
are got
I
a lot
wouldn't
going
put it
on,
past
don't
her.
they?
Yeah, but they're amazing.
What I mean, it's got what pickle, a full pickle
It's got
spear,
pickle, tomato,
tomato.
a neon relish. It's probably radioactive.
Yeah, it's probably
It
hot.
is.
Celery
hot.
seed, salt.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Celery seed salt, which is so weird to me.
Poppy seed bun,
Yeah.
mustard, no ketchup. No ketchup.
and like
Next
That's
week, Joey Chestnut on the show.
absolutely.
We signed him up.
Stop and Shop natural casing.
Oof.
The natural.
Woo!
casing.
Can you make a Chicago dog?
And it pops. It pops when you.
Oh, yeah,
you
like a
go,
blister pop?
Pop.
Just,
No, thank you.
just the thought of the word natural casing kind of takes me to a place that I don't want to be.
That's what. This is what I was looking for. This Yarber comment. Where's the pick of the drunk?
Welcome to
I-
the bar mitzvah.
I
You know
had
what's
my
funny?
natural casing taken
Oh,
off
the
when I was
bris,
an
I mean.
infant. When I was an infant, my natural casing was taken off by the doctor. Just saying. It's a different way of saying something. Is that too
We're
much?
talking.
No, that's
about
fine. We're good.
circumcision.
Do you remember?
Oh,
Not
no,
the
thank
best
God.
college football podcast in the world for nothing. When we're bringing up circumcision.
That's the best.
Amy said Chicago dogs are the best,
Never had one.
and ketchup on hot dogs is un-American.
Oh,
That's
Amy's dead on straight on that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no ketchup on hot dogs. You don't do
No,
that.
you don't put. See, hot dog is basically bologna rolled up, right? That's what my dad always told me.
You know what I had for dinner too?
Bologna.
Hot dogs. So
Ooh,
bologna.
boy.
Yeah.
Did you
but
boil them or grill them?
Nice to chime in on this.
microwave, Hebrew National.
Oh,
See,
cheese
so
on top.
hot dogs are already cooked, right? When you buy them.
yeah.
But
So you
maybe
really
not
don't eat-
Amy's with the case, with the circumcised meat on them.
Natural casing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
natural,
casing.
the
Those-
natural
those-
casings.
Those probably are not. I would guess. I could be wrong. But
Huh.
yeah, fresh.
Oof.
So
Right
I
off the
think I've
scalpel.
said this.
Do you
But
really
I
want a
like-
fresh hot dog?
Fresh off the scalpel.
I was
What?
talking to a guy on the boat
Behind me.
yesterday. Sorry, I was talking to a guy on the boat yesterday.
My mode of transport.
Talking to the guy on the boat the other day,
You picky, you hoity-toity son of a bitch.
and he was telling me that he's got a license to shoot all. There's a shit ton of deer here. There's more deer.
They're
than
not
people.
small either.
No, and so like deer season's coming up, and he's like, and he was just telling me like it was normal that
Deer.
he's all the stuff that he has at his house that he's gonna shoot and kill. He's getting deer corn that day to test to see if they'll come out.
Oh,
and
so
he
he's
just-
baiting. Good
Oh,
He
yeah.
job.
just
I mean-
sits on his back porch and
He
just
lives on a
picks them off.
goddamn island. He has to bait for deer
He could
hunting.
drive
What a-
around in a golf cart and shoot them too. I mean, why
Right.
is he bringing them to him?
sport.
Yeah, I guess it's oh, here we go. This might start.
What?
Dawson says
Awesome.
hot dog with bacon, salsa, guacamole.
Ooh.
He
That's a
you know,
lot of-
he's
lot of
got
work.
he's got some crazy shit. I'm telling you,
I mean,
fun to drink with. Tell you that.
Salty.
I
Dawson's
like
all right.
all. Do you chop the bacon up or is it bacon slice? Like, do you have the whole bacon?
I
And
think
how
you
are you
slide
cooking
the
it?
bacon down on the inside the bun.
Ooh, all right.
Crispy homie.
Now, top cut bun or just the regular like side sliced bun?
It's gotta be top cut, I would think,
Boom.
because of the slice.
Slice.
Slice. See, there you go.
Interesting.
cut's good.
Interesting. I think
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, that's
nothing.
good stuff.
Hot dog
Back in the
101.
day, going back to Taco Bell, because it's not a show without talking about Taco Bell. I used to get the 7-layer burritos because back when Taco Bell was really cheap, it was like 99 cents for a 7-layer burrito. I knew nothing about the 7-layer burrito except that I didn't want guacamole on it because you don't want to introduce yourself to guacamole in life if you're just going to get it from Taco fucking Bell.
That's a good call. Yeah.
Like you should probably go to a Mexican restaurant.
Not a
like
big
where they do it in
vegetable
front of
place.
you kind
Would
of
you
thing.
get 7-Eleven guacamole?
Now that I love guacamole the way I do, yep, I'll eat it from anywhere. And about 3 years ago, I was reading that there was like a major scarcity for avocados.
Avocado.
But I just read yesterday that there's an overabundance of avocados.
Well, that was
So,
because of a hurricane.
Is that a true story? I didn't read the whole
True.
story. I
And
just saw
also
the
the
headline.
wildfires in
Skimmer.
California too.
Learned it by watching me. Yeah,
Regular.
that's
Regular
regular bun. Regular bun.
Oh, regular
Sliced
bun.
bacon.
Okay.
Sliced
I'm
bacon.
a top
Attaboy.
bun guy. I like the
Yeah,
top
top
bun.
bun.
I don't know. That's probably the hoity-toity guy.
Yeah, exactly. They come over,
You like
they
the
come over
side
on the
cut
boat.
bun?
The bun's hot in the middle from the top.
He's just taking his pick and shit right over.
Taco
Yes.
Bell is not a place I think of when I think of vegetables.
Those
Except for the
tomatoes
people
are
working there.
trash.
How about the seafood salad? Wonder why they discontinued that. Coming to Taco Bell to get my seafood salad on lunch break, guys. I'll be back in
I
about
cannot
30.
believe that was even on the menu in the
Do you
past.
think? Do you think
I'll be
they
back in
stole
30, and then 30 later, you'll see me vomiting from food poisoning because from the warm seafood I just ate that was spoiled
Well, I'm
by
not telling
a
you to do this.
17-year-old kid who's never worked before.
I'm not telling you guys to do this by any stretch of the imagination, but if you look up like Taco Bell meat, I know back in the day it was like grade D meat, but edible is what it used to say. There she is, Melanie Pinnell. Head in head, face upon. I don't know. Head and but it's not attractive, and and I love it. I had it the other day.
Again,
it's brilliant. So like, don't watch.
I don't want to see how the sausage is made when it comes to Taco Bell.
They're having conversations with each other now in the chat, which is fine. You know.
Yeah, this is great. This is yeah. Don't pay attention to the show, guys. Just keep talking to yourself.
Just talk to each other. Eddie Lockett says 2 5-layer burritos and 4 soft tacos with no lettuce and extra cheese is $17.
Just building a community around
inflation,
Taco Bell, circumcision, and hot dogs this afternoon. Not bad. Not bad.
And 2 of the 3 things are the same. You guys figure out which ones.
Taking a deal.
Speaking of 2 out of the 3 things is the same thing. This week is one of my absolute favorite weeks of the year. One of my favorite weeks of the year. It's happened to me now. Literally this week. I say it was like 26 years, but there wasn't internet back then. So I'm trying to think when there was internet. I was probably 22. So it's probably 23 years. Yeah. 22 years, let's say. It's at least 20 years in a row. This week, I got denied Masters tickets again.
Yep. Raise your hand.
Hey, did you get your notice?
Hey, Mel. So good to see you. Hope you're doing so well. It's wonderful to see you join our show. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
She said can't even get a shout out, so I was giving her a shout out.
Wow.
Wow, Mel. It's all about you, isn't it? It's all about you.
Amy says the last time I ever ate Taco Bell was with Casey in Fort Lauderdale.
You bring out the best, Casey.
That was a minute.
I don't doubt it.
Did you treat?
No,
there's no doubt. You know, Yarber probably treated because that guy.
All right, so favorite time of the year, favorite week of the year, 23 years. What about?
Disappointment week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I lost. I didn't get Masters tickets again for the 20 whatever year in a row, and Drew's wedding. Yeah, that was Fort Myers.
Yeah. So anyway, the snobbiest place on earth has denied us all again.
But I'm trying. It made me come up with the question of: does anybody win? Have you ever met somebody that's not? I wouldn't even say win, but does anybody? Have you met anybody that like says, "Oh yeah, I saw somebody on Twitter that said, "Oh, I got Monday practice round tickets," which is actually when I went, but I was invited to go.
Right.
So like, has anybody ever actually got that? Like, what's that email say?
It's called a lottery for a reason.
Right. Yeah.
Those dirty bastards.
There's a ton of people there.
Yeah.
So like people are winning, right? People are winning this lottery.
Plus there's a lot of tickets that are already
spoken
for, I guess. Yeah, it's grandfathered in. So there's whatever, I don't know how many, but I would guess, if I were to guess, I would say 2/3 are grandfathered in. Then there's the other third that goes to
that lottery.
I'm just guessing, but it just seems like the times that I've gone has been from people that have had tickets forever that gave them to somebody that then invited me. So
This place
That's
got
why I'm
changed.
saying for you, Case. I don't know. I mean, right? How did you end up with your ticket? How did they get them? They
I
didn't
got
go to the
him. I
lottery.
think, yeah, but I mean, I went with my friend Joel Carter, and I think maybe his friend won the lottery. Like, I
Won
don't
lottery,
remember
maybe. Yeah.
asking, but I probably should have.
I've
Because
seen
I'm
the.
guaranteed, and I tried to get tickets.
I saw it on Instagram. It's just the same background with the azaleas. It says, "Congratulations, you were picked in the lottery." Da, da, da.
Now you have to
You
pay
take a picture of
$1,000.
it.
Yeah,
I
now
would
you
have-
have to. Now you get to buy from us before you get there and buy more. Yeah,
Well, it's cheap once you're there. It's great. I mean, the
until you
shirts
walk
aren't
into the
cheap.
merchandise tent. My
Yeah,
God.
yeah, that's not cheap.
Yeah, I heard a crazy ass stat about the merchandise tent. The 4 days that they
Oh,
have the
boy.
tournament, the merchandise tent alone, I heard makes $80 million.
I believe it. Shirt is a cheap shirt is $125.
Yeah, and the hats are
Well,
50.
you have to get something. You have to.
Yeah.
So, like, there's nobody that's walking in there. It's like, oh, I'll just be back next year. I'll just won't get this. And they change the shirts up, so like you're not getting the same style
Oh yeah.
every year.
He's
2 million
the stat
applicants.
guy. He's got us
I
covered,
love
guys.
it.
Look
2
at
million
that.
applicants, 11,000 winners.
He's
I'm
officially a
shocked
part
it's
of the
only
show.
2 million applicants. That seems super low to me.
Well,
11,000
why? How many
winners is
people? How many
even
people
lower.
do you think gave up?
Yeah. Well,
You
I mean,
know?
it's just a rollover thing. You just hit
What's
send
the
every year. You
percentage?
know? That's pretty low. Ooh,
Oh,
math.
come on. You said no
Math.
math tonight.
I know.
Do it.
Homework.
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
It's like it's. Is it
too many
1%?
zeros?
No, can't even
It's
1%.
not even 1%. It's a half of a percent.
Yeah. Oh.
0.55%. I didn't have a stroke there.
Still better, than,
0.55%.
still better than the lottery.
Better chance of winning Mega Millions.
Did you win?
No. Spent $10 on the last run and got 0 numbers. So
You know,
It's
I'm
a
just going to be insanely
billion
wealthy. for him.
bucks.
$1 billion?
It's $1
With a
billion.
B?
1.2.
B.
So I should probably get off this island and buy one then.
Yep. You don't have a lottery
Yeah.
machine up in there?
No, that's another
South
business
Carolina in
venture.
Mega Millions?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm-
as soon as we open up the
8
casino
miles
on
from you.
Defusky Island, we're gonna have a lottery machine.
Yeah. I'm 8 miles from you, bud. I'll just fly over there on a boat. Chad, can you come get me so I can get Mega
Lottery
Millions?
tickets. It's worth it.
That's I mean,
That's wow, 0.5%.
and it makes you wonder how the hell, with the government being broke, with all these lottery winners having to give 40% up. $1 billion. So
You know how you could
Uncle Sam's getting a $500 million check.
Does that go into education? Where does that go? The education lottery?
That's
Wasn't that what
South
it's called?
Carolina Education Lottery.
Yeah.
Remember when we were at
20
Clemson
years.
and they got lottery for the first time and they were all in the bars and stuff?
Big time.
You could buy them in the bars.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's the way to do it.
Tino was in the bars and stuff. Yeah.
Where was Keno? In South Carolina?
No, that's down here. That was down here actually. Keno, you could play it.
Keno's in Massachusetts too. Every gym bar has that in Massachusetts.
Every restaurant has it too. You buy
Yeah.
a thing and you're
Smart.
just like while you're eating dinner with your family, you're just
My buddy
Gambling.
Crack
won.
open a lobster and play some Keno.
My
Yeah,
buddy won big winning Keno. He had to pay for dinner for everybody. He won like $600 when we were sitting there eating dinner.
nice. That's
Jeez.
nice.
It was like
That-
a $2 bet.
So I tell people that I would, and I'll, Locks brought this up, but I tell people that I would bring my dad to the Masters if I won the lottery, just because it's just a place that golfers and people that like golf need to go. They just have to go once.
Yeah.
We went. My dad and I went to I think a PGA. It was a PGA event in Charlotte, and like he didn't necessarily. We walked the course, but he didn't necessarily need to stay there the whole time. So we actually found a green and we just sat near and watched them shoot as par 3. It was awesome. We had a good time, but he wasn't like in awe of. I forget the name of the place in Charlotte, but that's how much it affected me. But like the Masters, you feel like you have to go. Like that 6th hole, that par 3, where people sit underneath where they tee off from because it's so steep, and you just don't get it like on TV the way that you do when you're in person. You don't.
No.
I always heard people say that. And I'm like, whatever, dude. Like I don't care enough. But yeah, it's eye opening for someone that's kind of a mediocre, a bad golfer, but a mediocre golf fan.
Right.
That's not the right way to say it, but Anyway, long story short, I can't
Can't
shut up
imagine.
tonight. Who would you bring with you, dead or alive? Obviously, without dad involved to the Masters if you ever got tickets?
I thought about now when Locks brought this question up. I thought about this a ton. I did because it's like, okay, who would you? Locks, you're the biggest golfer I know, so I'd probably, do I take you? Do I? Are we talking celebrities?
Comment.
Bill Murray would probably, but he's probably been there 100 times. I don't know.
The Rock. Why not?
Eddie better step his game up.
Yeah, come on.
Might be.
Dawson's coming for him.
I would probably take the inventor of golf to see what his game became.
Yeah.
Robin Williams?
Yeah, him. I take Robin Williams. Let him dress up.
You hit a little ball. Oh, okay. You hit a ball in the hole.
See Robin Williams in a kilt,
you
walking around.
Down there.
That was still a great joke. I don't know. I mean, like I said, just I don't know.
Yeah.
Private, the inventor of golf is like, hey, that's what they turned your game into.
This is what it turned into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bikini wax greens and all that stuff. So.
Metal clubs.
They do the thing. Like if a guy's hitting out of the sand near the green, they come out with these like whip things, and it whips all the sand off the green. It's amazing.
It is incredible. It's a whip.
Amazing. And then afterwards, they use it on the slaves.
Whoa.
No, it's Augusta, man. It's weird.
It's not too soon. It's just meant to be said.
Yeah, it's kind of a run-on sentence there, wasn't it? Is that what
That's fantastic.
If you ever heard the Charleston area, go check out Charleston for Dummies. It's a pineapple tour. Our buddy, friend of the show, R.W. Smith, does a fantastic job. I need to get there myself.
Yeah.
And he says,
"Oh God, that was
like dead or alive." Robin Williams, dead. And he also says fun things like, "Cigarettes are a diuretic." Yeah, so is your mouth. Hey, Smitty.
Oh God, bless. That was a classic.
I didn't say, "Hey Siri, computer." I didn't say, "Hey Siri." I wish you guys could hear. Siri's
Well,
talking to me right now because
hate that.
I read "Hey," and now, oh God.
How's it going to stop?
Oh God.
What?
There it goes.
Stop.
Oh shit, that's me.
At least there's no police sirens tonight.
Early.
Police sirens on an island.
So, Locks, who would you take?
Like he said, like I'd take my dad. That'd be, always wanted to. I always go every year. I'm like,
Eddie Locks, which is after that Robin Williams comment. I believe I'll just hang out for the comments.
Yeah, that was the. That was good.
That was good. Smitty's like, "Screw you, Dawson and Eddie. I'm coming through the back door with natural casing."
Wrong. Absolutely. So you're taking the dad, huh?
Oh yeah, man. That's like every year. I always like go, yep, this year I'm gonna go, and then I look and like the Monday practice run. If you just buy it just off of like StubHub, it's $650. I'm like, nope, not this year. Okay, so it's just not gonna happen. But my thought, okay, this is me. The announcer, David Ferry, is who I would take. Twofold.
Ooh.
Okay, well, three actually. He's got the accent, Irish accent. I can listen to him talk all day, and he's hilarious. Okay. He knows that course inside and out. He's announced it as well, and he's also a recovering alcoholic, so he can drive me home.
Oh, that's great.
That's threefold, but that's awesome.
Yeah,
hey, did you hear though? He's going to live.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody is. You know who else is? Your girl is too. The girl who has long drives. What's her name?
Troy Mullins. Yeah, she went to live.
Yep.
You know who else went to live?
No.
Carrot Top. Orange hair. Never mind. Forget it.
Who?
Henrik Stenson?
Former president.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's at his course. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played it today. Yeah, that live stuff is not.
And the
going
cats
away
didn't bury
like
It's it's crazy. I have not paid attention to it, but every day on SportsCenter or something that you'll see it across the bottom line that another person, Bubba Watson, just went there. Not Bubba Wallace. He's in NASCAR. He can't go there.
Yeah,
he can't play golf.
He never got to play at Augusta.
That's insane. It's
Is that
insane.
because of the whips thing.
Yes.
So Who would I take?
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I always say something inappropriate.
Who would I take? John Daly, because he's played the course. He probably has,
He's
there's a drink named after him that I enjoy.
every
Pretty
year.
much.
He's down the street at the Hooters in Augusta.
He loves Taco Bell more than his
He
ex-wives.
does.
He loves. Wait, so his ex-wife loved Taco Bell, or he loves Taco Bell more than he loved his ex-wife?
Loves Taco Bell more than his ex-wife.
And the Masters,
Yes, it is.
Augusta, if you've never been to Augusta, it's very efficient, even at the bathrooms.
It's incredible.
So you can after you have Taco
So
Bell on
wipe
the
your
way,
ass.
like we'll go to Taco Bell and
They
then
wipe the
John
toilet
Daly
after
and
you
we'll- yeah, they do. It's good.
Yeah.
They got bidets?
No, but they
Really?
got a guy there he sprays
With a
and
whip?
then wipes the toilet down as you walk out.
How awful would that be if you had some drunk in there that just shit all over the place?
I don't have anything.
You wouldn't know. It wouldn't be there for 5 minutes.
That's
They have,
probably
they have a full team of employees in each
Oh,
bathroom
yeah.
cleaning it.
And they're like one or two, two, third stall on the left, one or two, one, first urinal on the
Seriously?
right,
Yeah, yeah.
one or two,
cattle.
third,
Crazy.
second one on the left. Hey, Johnny, we need to
Go,
wipe down
go,
on
go.
three. All right, you're out. Good. For two. Yeah, it's just
It's like you walk up, you're like, oh my God, this line's so long. But it's like Chick-fil-A. You're just like, you're moving the whole time round
Wow.
through. It's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, you pretty much move and pee at the same time, which is awesome.
Well, we've done that.
I thought Locks was going to say that they have a guy that sprays and wipes their ass.
No, it wipes the toilet, not your ass.
Well,
But maybe
they
for a
might.
tip,
Well, I did bring that up.
$5.
Tip.
$5 in a dream. What else we got going on? Anybody have a topic?
You're
they
out,
wanna
huh?
bring up?
You're out. Aren't
No, I
you?
got some, but
You're a liar.
I'm a liar.
Bad liar.
Okay,
Yeah, I've been back on baseball lately, and I want to know.
that's next week. Go
No,
ahead.
I understand, but I'm watching athletes, and the trend still continues to me. Yeah, after a guy hits a home run, he looks up at the sky and points to God. Yeah.
Yeah.
How come you never see that when they do something shitty?
Yeah, to break the bat over their
You know, it's
knee.
like, hey, God, I just struck out. Can I get a little bit of help, for the next at bat?
Nope.
Never see that.
Mm-mm.
All glory to God when I bang one out of the fucking park.
How about my boy Rendon walking in the dugout yesterday and kicking a bat and blasting
right
the
in
second
the player's
baseman right in the
face.
knee? He knocked him out of the game for the rest of the game. Just hit him right in the kneecap,
good job.
blasting him.
There's an epidemic going on, and it's not COVID.
Stupidity.
Guys are dropping, not even dropping. They're losing the ball in the sky. That happened again
I
today. Trey
saw it,
Mancini.
Yeah, and there was one last week too.
Happened to the race.
There was one last week too in that Blue Jays game that was like
Get outta here.
25-3.
We'll discuss. There was a Blue Jays. The Red Sox had happened twice. Once against the Yankees,
Yeah.
and Joey Gallo got thrown out at the plate. Trey Mancini today against the Rays.
Yeah.
And possibly his last at bat because apparently he's going to get traded. The guy came
the
back
Yankees.
from cancer. The Yankees got their guy in Benintendi.
Yeah, from the
today.
Royals. Robbed the Royals again blind.
When that's
They sure
your
did.
guy, yeesh.
That's it. It was like I had a thing on Facebook the other day, Locks. It was something from you. It was like, when you trade for Alfonso Soriano to be your cleanup hitter, you're in trouble or something like that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this praying to God thing? When you do something good, but you don't do when you do something shitty, you don't go look for the Lord.
Yeah, I mean I don't think that's just in baseball either. I mean,
No,
football,
I'm
same
saying
thing
no,
across the
absolutely.
board. Yeah. I mean,
Yes, Jesus Christ can hit a curveball, but some of these people can't catch it.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a real strong opinion on it, just because I don't. I mean, to each their own kind of thing. They do what you want, but I mean, it's a good point. Like he helped you hit a home run, but didn't help you when you struck out. I mean, I think he's helping you at all times.
It's a humility test.
They know. God knows when the right time is for everything. So if it was a right time for Aaron Judge to strike out 4 times last night, it was just it was God's will. It was God's will for him to strike out.
To stay on the Yankees, have you been watching the show about your hero, the captain?
I have not.
Yeah, how they're making Derek Jeter out into his own miniseries, like Michael Jordan, when he wasn't even the best player on his own team most of the time. Like,
No.
Every year he was not the best player on his team, but he was the captain.
ugh.
They always had somebody better.
Thank you.
Mr. November.
Let me get a twist over and shit.
Oh God.
Fuck him.
He lived on Davis
Nobody ever
Island.
talks about Mariano Rivera, who won like
Did you?
every game.
Because he played one inning every
He
game.
won. He closed every game.
He
for
blew it against Arizona.
Thank you. I was just getting ready to
One
say it.
time.
Ruined my life. They could have
Yeah.
28 World
I've
Series
I've
championships
never
and
been a
16 in my lifetime, but instead it's only 15.
Derek Jeter. Overhyped.
Spoiled brat.
I think Jeter did this. He's executive produced, I think, this whole thing is because in 20 years of playing or however many years he played, he never said anything. I think they even said it in the first episode because I did watch a little bit of it, but
So
that
by
he almost
design?
was like schooled to,
Right.
by design, to just not say a lot without saying anything. It's kind of like we are the
No.
Derek Jeter of podcasts.
You know when you know about when he lived on the island, right?
On Davis Island?
Yeah. Where we
Yeah.
lived, you know the rumor about him, and I guess he gave half of Hollywood the
Oh yeah.
penicillin shots. You know what I'm saying?
He was around.
Yeah.
For sure.
He was an STD, South Tampa douche, but STD.
No.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Hey, I think, you know.
I mean, God bless, but
Well, there's always the rumor about how he always would leave before the girl would wake up, and he left, roses. and-
Yeah, or like a bag. Or
yeah, what a
something.
good
Yeah.
guy.
That's what they say.
Here's some roses and herpes. Thanks.
Well, I mean, it's the least you can do after her.
You're a giver.
Right. Speaking of givers, Vince McMahon retired. Lux, you were never a wrestling fan, were you?
Yeah, when I was a child. Like
Right, and that's what I was
8.
too. But
So,
Yeah,
no, don't.
him and Gorilla Monsoon.
Yeah, best announcing team.
The
It's a
in
lot.
college, every
Monday,
at least. Oh
Goldberg.
God.
And I
What's-
went.
what are you-
I
what are you-
went to
what are you
Greenville
hacking
with the
about?
Barcolis too.
Once I realized that like the shit was fake when I was a kid, I was like, okay, this shit's stupid. So
Whoa, it's fake? Get out of here.
There's a great follow on Twitter. It's called 3 Year Letterman. At 3 Year Letterman. He's so funny. But when Vince McMahon retired, he commented on Vince's tweet. And it was basically like, thank God you quit because no one wanted to watch that fake stuff. Like the WCW was the only real wrestling out there. Something along those lines. And he just obviously trolls everything and everybody. And like all these WWE people just jumped on this dude that had no idea that they were being played by a parody account. It's not real. And of course he comes back with something like, oh, whatever. You guys always said something. It had me rolling. Obviously so much that I don't remember what it is.
It's crazy how people can't
Fantastic.
tell when it's sarcasm when it's written. They
Yeah.
just
No.
slow down and use their brain for a second. You realize the context most of the time.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. You
Long
mean
live
people don't
Vince.
people don't get married in the ring and it's legitimate?
Right.
Oh, God. Yeah. So I mean, come on. I mean,
I agree, Dawson. I agree.
that's right. It's I just can't imagine how much he paid to all those women over the years. Good.
Yeah,
Lord.
apparently there's
Yeah, it
something
didn't
with
just
There's
start.
like missing $12 million in the bank account. Holy shit.
Mhm.
What's money to him though?
I don't know. Yeah.
Pocket change.
You
12
think he'll get
million.
off of steroids now? That he's 77 and retired, or is he going to keep on pumping iron? You think?
He's got nothing else to do.
He lives in the bumfuck Connecticut, bro. It's like, hopefully you're going somewhere else, like Epstein Island or something,
Yeah, he might see Casey. You might see him down there on the golf cart.
Yeah.
You know who
kinda
does
just-
have a membership to Hague Point is Jim Nance.
Hello,
He does?
friends.
Yeah.
What?
He has one.
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, I hear about all these people. Like, I'm on the boat. They're like, oh, yeah, we saw so-and-so here. The other day, they were on the backside of the island. When there was a place called Heritage Academy, which is like a golf school, and apparently
Yeah.
it was like right down the street from me, where I am, and like there was some guy today telling about who was there. Tiger was there, and Phil was there, and he coached, I don't know, 3 guys that you've heard of. I was just like, this guy was.
Did you see
talking really
Messier
well.
yet?
No.
You suck.
Nope. I see his name as the club champion. That's all.
He
I
should
see.
be back.
He
Yeah,
should
really.
be back.
Rocky's
His
over.
boat was out the other day, but I don't
Yeah.
stalk, so I
No.
I
wouldn't
tell you
know.
what, I wasn't impressed with his boat either. That was a dinghy.
So I
Sucked.
wouldn't know.
Hmm?
Oh, what else we got? Anything good before we close this mess?
I don't know.
I tell you what, Locks, you've been a bundle of fucking joy tonight. You really have.
Can't help. How about the All-Star game, man? Did you watch it? This is
Let's
about as
talk about
baseball-y as we get, huh?
Oh
Yeah,
man,
The,
we saw the
uni-
future of baseball, just no one watched it.
The uniforms were horrendous, as usual.
Vanderbilt, inter lock
squad.
game, Skinner
Yeah.
squad game. Yep,
It was spot on. That was a good call. But I mean, like, who approves these things? It's crazy. Like
it's
every
called
year.
money, merchandising.
Because then they can just sell all that shit again.
Yeah.
And so my son, who doesn't even watch baseball that much, was watching the home run derby, and he saw that they had the netted hats. He's like, why do they have netted hats? I said, because they can just sell them now. They can sell all those.
They
as
look
the
like shit.
home run derby version. Yeah, it's crazy how they do that.
They were awful. It was
So,
I
awful.
didn't.
The best part about the
Game
home run
was
derby,
great.
the home run derby was wonderful. The best part though was the introductions when everybody almost got burnt by the flames that were coming up behind them. You see that part? You see Acuna like running from the flames.
Did you see? Okay, now here's one. If you watch the All-Star game, now once again, what used to be an oddity years ago when we started watching baseball, did you see how many guys were clocking at 100?
Yeah, everybody, right? For the first 6 innings or something like that.
I mean, are you
Crazy.
kidding me?
Yeah, missiles. It used to be like 2-3 guys in the league maybe would hit 100. Now they got guys going 104.5 or something like that.
You got a guy on every team that's clocking at 100. It's like
wild. Yep.
That
it was
dude,
just like I said, it used to be unheard of.
that dude that pitches for Tennessee was sitting at like 102
Mm-hmm.
in college.
Yeah.
Lebitard yesterday was talking about Nolan Ryan and like how he's 75 years old. How fast do you think he could throw now?
Oh no.
And Stugart said he could throw 92.
Yeah, but Nolan.
But back then he was the one. It was like, oh my God, he hit 100.
That was
And
the
then-
guy.
Then came Randy Johnson. You know.
Here we go with this guy.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Not
Here we
yet.
go.
Too early. Not yet.
College football preview coming soon too.
Hey, Bill, why don't you look up and look at the standings? Because God knows you're not that tall.
Oh, there's a guy that comes short jump.
Small, SMO. So, yeah, I mean, that's just what amazed me is what the baseball players become nowadays. It's
Different.
just, but it gave me hope when you had the Toronto catcher that's 5'9" in the All-Star game. It's like, yeah, we got a real midget.
It gave Bill hope too.
It did give Bill hope.
He can make him something.
And he's
out of
still
his
looking
life.
up at 5'9".
He's big too. Did you see the dude the Mets got, Vogelbach?
He's a big boy.
That's
From
a big
Pittsburgh?
dude. He was standing next to Rizzo yesterday, who's not small.
Rizzo's
but
big
he's-
boy.
Right.
Yeah.
And now I finally realize what it's like to stand next to me. This dude's head was like this big, and Rizzo's normal size head was like looked like this. So you saw Rizzo's head, and then this guy behind him, and his head was literally like 3 times the size. So I apologize to all my friends that couldn't see the TVs when I was standing in front of them.
You need to send everyone a little note, something about that shit.
Mets Yanks in the World Series. Mets pitching is sick. Sorry, I'm just reading it how it's written.
Bill, who cares?
Yeah, it's early. It's July.
Bill, you have to tune back in next week for the baseball preview.
Yeah, baseball preview next week. We're just talking about the size of the athletes today. Gee, Christmas.
Second half preview.
And we'll do trade deadline coming up too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
do
The
it.
Yankees buy everybody who the Dodgers don't buy.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Tuesday?
Just Benintendi, and then Luis Castillo, or I think it's Luis. I don't know his last.
Or you
name
might get that pitcher out of the Reds.
from the Reds. Yeah,
Yeah.
Castillo. That's all they want. They're done after that.
Yeah, just throw away gold bars at
They're-
people. You know,
they're
here you
givers.
go.
Well,
It's
they're
such-
going to give away Joey Gallo.
Givers.
He's got 37 hits
He's
this
hitting
year. And
one-
Finest softball player in Major League Baseball.
184 batting average.
he
Hey,
has 37 hits, and Judge has 38 home runs.
There's that.
and making what, $4 million?
Is that good?
That's all right. Hey, Locks, your Guardians are still in this thing.
They are. They're hovering. It'd be nice. They had a little injection of money here because
That's what she said.
their owners sold out. So new owners coming in, hopefully at the right time, they might get somebody, but I doubt it.
They're
Yeah,
talking. I saw some Guardian murmurs. They
Yeah.
might be buyers at the deadline.
They
Maybe
could.
they
They're
go
right
across
there.
the
You
state.
know. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
Oh,
tight,
they
it's a tight
do have
division.
new owners?
Yeah, they do. They finally do. They got rid of the tight wad. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Let's bring back
And-
the Indians' name.
Yeah, exactly. Or at least change it to spiders like they should have. But
Yeah, I agree with you there too.
I don't know. We'll see. There's rumors that they might, but yeah, just Beamer hasn't been great. He's been okay. Pitching is just kind of if that can come around, they'd be all right. It's a tight division, but all to get slaughtered in the playoffs.
Hey, when you got Terry Francona as manager, you're gonna hang in there.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I was watching them the other night, and I was like, "Who the fuck are these
Is it
guys?"
the Dolan?
Yeah.
game?
I don't know whatever it was. It was Dolan. Yeah.
Like
I
the
mean-
guys in Major League, the Japanese lawn guys.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen these guys. Last time we saw a catcher, it definitely wasn't a short little white kid. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, well, that's
But
That's
get to see a lot of Guardians baseball in Savannah, Georgia. So
David Blitzer
yeah,
is purchasing it.
that's right.
yeah.
35% share, so he'll be majority owner.
Majority owner. Yeah, he's supposed to inject some money. So we'll see. It'll be great. It's a long time coming. My God. Shoo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still got a great park too.
Yeah, it's an awesome part. That is really
And
cool.
the NFL has throwback weekends. Will Washington bring back the Redskins uniform?
I don't have a problem with that.
We're going to leave the show on that. Think about it. For next week, we'll have an answer for you.
Absolutely.
On that
Such-
note, we'll end this
That's a
mess on
great
behalf
logo.
of JJ in Tampa and Zach Locks Parker in Savannah, Georgia. I am the Beef. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll
Ciao,
see you
Beef.
next week. Say good night, boys.
Tally ho.